few moments later.
The serial killer C4 yet?
Yeah, it's kind of ass.
Is it?
Yeah.
I heard everybody talking about it on my Facebook
It does
group.
not taste like. It's the only one, in my opinion, that doesn't taste like what it's advertised as. It's supposed to be Fruit Loops. It's fucking not.
Yeah,
It's like sour.
there's a couple people who put on my Facebook group for like Ghost and everything.
Yeah.
Because you get free stuff off that. Well, they were like, yeah, I got a refund from Amazon because it was terrible, and you know.
Yeah, I've actually I ordered C4 through Amazon a lot when I was in Syria. It was very it was the easiest way to get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
We had a PO box that was in Jordan. So they would just throw everything on like the back of a fucking truck and in like a shipping crate and bring us our mail.
That's fucking wild. I didn't know you guys did that over there.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. It's like I literally Amazoned a night sword, like a metal steel sword that I have in that photo of my buddy wearing the helmet.
Oh, that is right. I remember you showed me that. Yeah.
He was wearing a Crusader helmet, which he did not Amazon. He already owned that prior to, and he asked his wife to send it out while we were there. And I said, if you do that, I'll buy you a sword on Amazon right now for like it was like $80 or something. It was like a metal sword. It was a good sword.
Okay.
And he was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll buy you a sword right fucking now."
Hi, Otis.
And we had only been in Syria at that point for like they can see me.
Yeah, I was just
we
trying
had
to make sure on the angle of the camera.
Yeah, we had only been in Syria at that point for like a month or something retarded, I think. Like, I think the rainy season had just ended.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons we thought it was funny is because the chaplain, before the whole unit left, the chaplain gave a speech like he normally would. But in his speech, he justified, more or less, that what they were doing was part of like a holy war.
Didn't you say? Because I think I remember you.
Which is really funny to say. In 2022,
I remember
when he gave that speech.
Well, I remember asking
Lay
you
down.
when I had seen a video. I was like, "What's this lore about the chaplains? Is it like a joke or something?" And that's when you explained it to me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's not every chaplain. It's older chaplains especially that like went through bullshit, and then the only way they managed to be normal was to find God, so they became chaplains.
Okay.
But a lot of stop it. A lot of chaplains now, like younger chaplains, are just fucking weird autistic guys that don't want to do anything in the army, but they want all the benefits.
Well, I did see something the other day that said because of the Iran war that the Vatican was militarizing their units, I guess, which I didn't look. The very first thing I thought of was the whole thing with Helsing abridged, and like
Yeah, with the traditional KKK uniforms.
yeah, and I posted
which
that
are
on there as a
Catholic
GIF
uniforms.
yeah, dude, it was freaking hilarious. That's the first thing that popped into my head when I thought of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things when you find out that they use like Catholic garb, and then that was demonized, and because people in America aren't Catholic, to the level that they know about that type of ceremonial uniform.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy when you look back and you're just like, oh, so like these dudes were just like super religious guys that they wanted eugenics essentially. Oh, that's kind of similar to what we have today. Oh, fuck.
By the way, they
The only thing I care about with the war in Iran, because I don't know if you saw the last episode, I titled it "Anything But the War" because we talked about a bunch of retarded stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I think we maybe mentioned the war one time, and it was something stupid. But now it's like our fearless leader has decided that the war is almost over, but we need like $500 billion to continue the war and finish it.
Yeah, because he did say like, oh yeah, we'll be there shortly. We won't be there much longer, but we'll be there for a little while. I'm like, okay, man.
Yeah, it's like they have to go into a Middle Eastern country. We've known that since Afghanistan fell after we abandoned them, because it's just one of those things. Hi, Sammy. Yes, I know. I see you. You're so excited. Get out of my lap.
Yeah, and
You're
anybody
fat.
watching, I apologize. I am fighting to stay awake today.
No, you're fine, man. It's
So,
understandable. It's one of those things. This might be a little shorter. It's all good. I mean, I'm tired. I haven't been working all week,
well, if
but
if we have to, we can do this. We can do a 30-minute one and then do a second one this weekend as a special occasion.
um, I mean,
If
yeah.
you're not busy.
No. The only thing I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow unless I
You,
might go to my sister's
you
because she turns 18 tomorrow.
oh, okay,
One of them does.
congrats.
Oh yeah.
And well, wait, what are you doing Sunday?
Nothing, but whatever we do will have to be fairly early because I have to wake up early starting Monday
Fair
because
enough.
new job.
Well, we can do it Sunday. I
Because you
got.
have to be there at 6 a.m. And I don't know if you know where Russia, Ohio
You
is.
said it's about 30 or 40 minutes away.
Well, it's about 25, 30 minutes. Once I figured out how to get there, but it's Versailles.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on the east side of Versailles. It's just a tiny
I,
little village
I feel
attached to it.
I feel like I knew where that was when you mentioned it because I mean working at ACV,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've been there a couple times,
Yeah,
but
dude, it's literally like the main street in the town is like four different farming supply stores, and then
hmm,
like just right next to that is like massive farms.
believe it.
Like there was like one farm that's
Oh,
like
baby.
all their like supply points where they would normally ship stuff out. It was just right next to the road in town because the field was directly behind everything right in town. It was so wild.
You figure. I mean,
There's also a fucking go kart track out there that I didn't know about,
oh
which is pretty
really?
crazy. Yeah, it's indoors. Stop it.
Oh wait. I think I know what you're talking.
BMI.
BMI. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't know that existed out there.
uh,
Nope.
me and Uncle Raymond used to go there all the time.
Nice. Is it cool?
Oh, it's awesome inside. Yeah, they got tons of shit in there.
Nice.
Like, well, we would go there like when we needed new because remember we were doing the go karts there for a while building them. Well,
Yeah, they have parts.
yeah, that's the cheapest place to get a carburetor for a two cycle. So, like, literally, you can get if you go in there, tell them you want a catalog, and they'll give you a catalog of all the different shit that they can order and or sell. You know,
Nice.
and their carburetors last time I checked were like $20.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and BMI is fucking awesome, man. Dad actually talked about going out there about 2 months ago.
Yeah, I
And
drive past it to get to my new job.
well,
That's
he was
funny.
on a kick of wanting to
Lay down.
get like a Polaris at some point, and I told him I was like,
That's the dumbest possible
yeah,
fucking thing. He can't
I
even
know.
drive himself anywhere. What is he
Well,
talking about?
he doesn't understand that those things will fucking beat you to death when you drive them, man. I've driven them,
Yeah,
but
I mean, he would just crash immediately.
well, Chubb also told him like, "Bam, you don't understand. Those things will beat you to death on a trail, you know."
Yeah.
And I think he is getting a realization, especially with all the death in the family we've had. I think it's him subconsciously like wanting to go and do things before something like that happens.
Yeah, I mean, but
So,
it's interesting that it's happening now because he's lived such a sedentary lifestyle. I'm just gonna turn this camera slightly.
well,
He's habitually lived such a sedentary lifestyle that I mean, he's just not gonna do it. I mean, for 2 years he's been saying he's gonna do all sorts of stuff outside. You do everything outside.
yep. And but I am in full agreement with you. Like I had to sit him down and tell him one day. I was like, Dad, you can't do this stuff. Like you're
Yeah.
just not physically able.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it's like that's not a bad thing. You just gotta not. You have to do something else.
unfortunately, I've had to have that conversation with about three different people.
Well,
You
yeah, your
know,
entire family for the most part is just on the older side, and none of them refuse
yeah.
to actually do the right thing.
Well, you got Grandpa who thinks he's still in his 40s, and granted, that man for 87 years old gets around pretty damn good. And then
Yeah, I mean, at least he knows. He knows to keep moving. Like, and it probably hit him a little late because that because he's having trouble now. But like,
mhm.
but I mean, he does sit around a lot because he's old and he's tired, and I get that.
Yeah, I've especially noticed that over what past couple months, and like
Yeah.
he just it's been so cold out,
Oh
He
yeah, I
can't
mean
physically get
he
out.
can't go
And
outside.
yeah. And then I got back yesterday and he's like, yeah, I went outside and worked in the garage a little bit today. I was like, okay, cool. Like,
Good,
I'm glad you did.
something.
Yeah. And he's like, well, Jay, I'm tired of sitting in the house. I'm like, hey, you're not going to hear nothing from me. I think it's good. Just don't overdo it,
Yeah,
because then that's when you start having problems.
yeah. So I went to, cause thinking about Grandpa reminded me about chickens and stuff. So I went to Rural King
Mm-hmm.
today to, cause I was just doing stuff, and I need fencing to go around my upraised garden bed because she keeps jumping up there, which is fine for now. But once there are plants in there, she can't be running up there when she's got the zoomies.
Yeah, we had that problem with Tucker last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Rural King has these like little picket fences that are wood. They're like 2 feet tall,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine enough to stop her from going through them for the most part until she figures out that it's not a spot for her. Um,
Well, most of the time you're out there with her anyway when she goes out.
no.
Or you
Unless
can see what she's doing.
yeah, I
Is
mean,
what
but
I more or less
she's
meant.
yeah. Well, she's to the point now where I don't think she can get out of the yard easily.
Mm-hmm.
Not without me catching her. So like I kind of like am getting more comfortable with leaving her out there for longer periods without supervision.
Fair
But I
enough.
mean, because at this point she's getting there. She's unruly, but she's also still like not. She hasn't been spayed yet, which we're gonna do in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, she's a big baby.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, you heard that.
yeah. She knows. She knows when you're talking to or about. See, she's
Yep,
already up.
you're a big baby.
Hey, sweetie, come on. It's all right. You were doing the
You're a
right
good
thing.
girl,
Yeah,
but you're a
but
big baby.
of course. I mean, she's a dog. That's when I walk her every day. There's multiple houses that have dogs where both her and the dog just want to like play and hang out, but like the owners won't let me introduce the
I
dog.
remember you telling me that last week when we
Yeah,
were doing this.
come on, lay down. Um, and like you can hear it in like the way the other dogs are barking and whining. Like they're not like aggressively
Yeah,
barking at
they
her.
like actively want to play.
Yeah. I actually watched one because there's a house with two dogs, and one of them was barking aggressively, and then the other one tackled it and started barking at Sammy in like a playful way,
We
which is really funny.
so I guess Bash has the little toy that I got. It's like a scratching post and it's got the two arms on top and it spins.
Yeah.
The cat has taken it upon himself to run at full speed through the house and fucking tackle this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's funnier than hell to watch.
Yeah. It's
Like,
normal for their age. That's Nimbus is doing it too.
and like, it is absolutely hilarious to watch him do that.
Yeah. It's you hear how heavy he breathes when he runs.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
And
They
then,
are like little kids.
oh, they are.
It's what it's. She's like it's the same with the dog, but like Nimbus when he gets the zoomies. He's running around the house. He looks so serious. He's trying to go as fast as he can. We sometimes put a chair in front of the little cat door that goes out to the patio,
Mm-hmm.
just to stop her from trying to go out there or stop her from
Yeah.
fucking with them too much because she likes to stick her head in the cat door and fuck with them. But he'll jump like a fucking show horse and just dive through the little keyhole under the chairs and through the cat door.
Oh, that's
Like,
great.
yeah, it's really funny.
Well, then
And then he'll just scream for
yeah, well,
minutes at a time.
he's an orange cat, so he's gonna
Yeah.
do that. Vash does the same thing. Like, I guess he finally did something last night that Dad called me about. When I was at Grandpa's, and he's like, Vash got up on the curtains, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh fuck,
he climbed them.
yeah.
Nice.
And I'm
Yeah, that'll
like,
happen.
douse him, just fucking soak his ass when he does that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
just
he ain't
spray the
gonna-
piss out of him.
Yup, he's not gonna learn any other way. Just spray shit out of him. Don't
Yeah,
even give
that's-
him a warning.
Yeah, they rarely climb on the curtains now. We also, if they want to climb something vertical, I have that carpet screwed into the wall in the living room that they can climb, which is one of the funniest things I've done so far for
I
them.
would love to do that to the inside of my room. I mean, considering that I've gotten most of it rearranged now, and I got my big TV in there and all that.
Nice.
My next goal is to possibly get the PC hooked up to go through the TV,
Yeah.
so that I can do more with like streaming and stuff like that. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do that.
Yeah, I think the PC has an HDMI cable on the graphics card, but I'm not sure.
That's what I was thinking too. I think it
I
does.
believe it does. If it doesn't, there should be a conversion cable you can buy.
Well, that or the
Because I use conversions for the special graphics card cable, the DL whatever the fuck.
oh, the DLS or whatever.
Yeah, to transfer to and from HDMI sometimes, just for one of them.
Well, I think that the TV that I got has a PGA hookup too. You know, if I really need it,
Yeah, I
But
mean, it'll work.
yeah, um, I'm happy I got the TV in there. It's a little cramped right now, but I've yet to rearrange a couple other things first.
Yeah.
And overall, it's a nice little area for me to go and decompress now.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than having your shit in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like probably the most Irish thing about you is that you just like fuck it, it's going in the kitchen. I don't care.
Yeah.
We don't cook.
Well, originally,
What do
like,
you store in the oven?
yeah. Well, originally, Grandma had been in that kitchen. Like, she
Right.
would sit on the other side of the table, and where my hookups were, that's where her little TV was that she watched. And then I took advantage of that at the time.
That is like an old school, like not necessarily not white trash, but like old school like housewife thing.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause they would just have like little TVs all over the place.
And, well, it was easier for Grandma to sit at that table and be up, compared to being out in the living room and sitting there.
Yeah, I mean I feel like that's part of your dad's problem is that he's too comfortable all day because he puts himself into a pain pill pillow, and then he sits in a fucking lazy boy for 12 hours watching Smoking Gun.
Yeah. Well, I told him, I was like, well, Dad, we can look for a new recliner, which obviously it's time for a new one anyway. 'Cause
Right.
I've repaired it as many times as I can. But and I was like, I told him the other day, if you feel up to it, depending on how things are going later this week, we'll go take a look at some new recliners.
Just buy him one of these that has the fucking leg rest on it.
I honestly thought about that at
Get
one
him-
point.
Get him a $400 Secret Lab.
But I also told him too. I was like, Dad, these things aren't meant for you to like sleep in
Yeah,
every night,
no.
and like you're shifting all your weight constantly. They're not built for that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He should just sleep in a fucking hammock.
Honestly, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. He tells me that, and I imagine there is truth to this, but he said it's easier with his leg. With having the prosthetic and all that, which.
So, from what I know, from my experience with people that have lost their leg, is that yeah, it is they like to prop it up if they're sleeping in a bed. Which makes sense. I mean, stop it. I would want to limit blood flow to that. Because I know a kid. You might have heard about the wreck. It was a Ford Ranger that rolled like 7 times up by Brookville on 70.
What? Now, when was that?
10 years ago or so.
Okay, gotcha.
But I knew pretty much everyone in the car. But I was like decent friends with the guy who was the passenger seat, who actually owned the car,
Mm-hmm.
who was hammered, pissed drunk, and he thought he had handed off his keys to a sober person to DD him, who was like a younger kid. No, the kid was like 17.
Oh shit.
He was also perfectly fine. And someone, I think, one, maybe 2 people died in that crash because there were other people in the pickup truck, and they shouldn't have been.
I know. Did you see the video floating around Instagram last week about that guy getting on top of the Jeep? And
Yeah.
oh, you did see that?
Yeah.
That was fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
And like he
But
got
not surprising.
yeah, but
People are losing their minds right now.
yeah, well, I was like,
There's so much frustration because we found out that our government, our leaders, are pedophilic cannibals.
Mhm.
Excuse me. But
and nothing's being done about it.
nothing's being done about it, and that's something like I can give a coherent explanation as to why that is that no one will hear because our podcast has so few listeners. But the reason why nobody wants to do anything is because the people that really do have the power to go out there and do like an old school, like storm the Capitol, but not with federal agents, they know they know that they're going to die and no one will come up behind them.
Enough.
There won't be enough people
Mm.
that pick up their bloody weapons on the Capitol steps.
They're worried that basically it'll be their death will be in vain for nothing because nobody's gonna back them up.
And here's why. Because after World War One, the veterans tried to rise up against the government because none of them were being paid.
Mm-hmm.
We were heading is and you know what they did? You know what the government did? There was a 1,000,000-man march of World War One vets in Washington D.C.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
like maybe 2 years after the war, if I remember correctly. After the war ended,
Did not know
a
that.
1,000,000-man. Nobody does. A 1,000,000-man veteran march in Washington D.C. of World War One vets. You know who they brought in to get rid of them all? The guys that were going to win World War II. General Patton's first assignment as like a low tier general was to get rid of all the World War One vet protesters in DC.
No shit.
And they brutalized these people.
Oh, I believe it, especially back then.
Yep.
Like those, there were generally no fucks given. Period. When it came to shit like that back in the day.
No, this is the 20s. They didn't give a shit. The government just covered it right up. I mean, like it was just all the rich people were partying and the regular people were starving.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
But
And and then when the Great Depression started happening, like everyone that would have like been there to try to strengthen their communities and rise up got fucking brutalized and murdered by the government in DC and nobody knows about it.
well, I'm more.
I think it's covered very briefly. At least it was very briefly when I was in school, but I doubt it is anymore.
No, they don't fucking. They don't even teach kids about the Civil War or anything no more. They don't teach about World War One, and like I see videos all the time of like these teachers like, oh, these are the emails that I get from these parents, and it's like one of them was to a history teacher recently. Believe it or not, Sam sent it to me the video, and they said, well, we don't like to have violence in our home. We would prefer that you don't talk about World War II in front of our child. Please excuse them and find something else for credit.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm like, the
retarded.
fuck?
It's because people, especially people closer to my age, closer to our age, like our age range, like
Mhm.
that group of people, a lot of them have been brainwashed into thinking that learning history is bad. Like if you correct someone about history, that's like detrimental or it's negative in any way towards one group of people that isn't marginalized, then it's bad history. Because right now, everything that kids are learning is geared towards like the Native Americans did nothing wrong. They never did a single thing wrong, and the white people stole their land and tricked the Native Americans, which is the dumbest thing. It's so patronizing to think that white people just came to America and then tricked all the natives into
Yeah.
dying. You're so retarded.
Well, they tried that bullshit when
No. Come on.
when I was in school. At least I remember them going down that route of talking
Yeah.
about everything like that. You know.
Yeah.
And it's even worse now. I mean, hell, they've got. I'm trying to
No.
think of. I'm trying to think of what they were teaching Tayson and Braxton recently, and
Probably dog shit.
it was race theory.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. They're teaching critical race theory.
Critical race theory.
To
That's it. Yeah.
9-year-olds.
I was fucking pissed when I found out about that. And I was like, really? You're gonna fucking. But this is also coming from the
Don't
same.
scoot back. She's right under you.
Yeah. But this is also coming from the same people who think that it's okay to tell all these fucking kids at 6, 7, 8, 9 years old that, oh, okay, it's your decision to pick your gender even at this age. Yeah.
Dude, I just saw a clip of some TV show. I think it's Abbott Elementary. It's some fucking retarded show about like adults that teach at an elementary school, which already like sends up red flags to me. It's like
Oh, yeah.
you have children actors on set. I don't like that. And they're young kids. They're elementary school kids. So like this is like the scene I saw is like this black lady principal, strong, powerful black lady, woo, like asking this nerdy white kid, this like the pastiest, like sickliest, whitest kid you've ever seen in your life. He was a ginger with no freckles. He was paler than paper, dog. Stop it. You're being rude. Lay down. And she's like, "Why are you here?" And he was like, "Well, I said a bad word, so they sent me to the principal's office." She was like, "What word did you say?" And he's like, "It started with an N." And she was like, "Oh my God, why would you say that?" And he was like, "They other kids were calling me that." And she was like, "That's because they thought you were cool. Now I have to expel you."
What?
Yeah. You know what the word was though?
What?
Nerd.
Oh,
She just assumed it was the N word and then started talking about expelling a white kid for saying
I
it
think.
and excused all the black kids.
I think I seen that on Instagram.
Yeah.
At one point, it kind of clicked now that you mentioned it, and I do. I think I remember seeing that particular.
They
clip.
thought you were
Yeah.
cool. Now I have to expel you. That's like a perfect example of like this just favoritism.
Oh, I remember like being back in school and like wearing certain things, getting sent home, but there was a double standard for everything.
Yeah.
Other kids could come in.
For me,
and
it was the
were,
fighting that pissed me off. Is like, why are we both getting punished when he was a bully and I kicked his ass?
Yeah. Well, that was an issue too, and it's like, oh, we have a zero tolerance on this, and I'm like, the fuck, you got a zero tolerance?
Zero
on bullying?
tolerance, but there are kids crying in the bathroom. Suck my ass.
Yeah. Then and I'm not justifying any kind of school shooting or anything, but then they wonder why these kids do it because they get pushed that far.
Well, I mean, I would say it's very few of them are actually bully kids that get pushed too far.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the violence that they call it as school shootings. A lot of it's probably gang initiation.
You're not wrong, and I'm just saying that.
I mean, because that happens in Drexel, like, because in Drexel, like, they have like full prison setups because people will try to do gang initiations in Dayton, which is the dumbest thing possible.
Yeah.
It's a dying industrial city that's predominantly white. Shut up. Just be regular poor people.
I remember a couple years ago.
You don't need to be a part of the 937 gang and try to
the 937 gang. I'm fucking weak, man.
Dude, it's real, and they're retarded, and they think they're hard, and every now and then one of them will try to stab someone at like Drexel High or at fucking Dayton Public Schools or some retarded shit.
I remember getting a phone call saying that one of the kids was being a bully at school. And I went over to mom's, like, after I heard that. I made it a mission to go over there after that. And because I was like, nah, fuck that. You're not.
I would want to know what the story is, because what they consider bullying nowadays, it could very well.
No, he was being a fucking prick, and he even admitted it.
No, I mean, based on everything that those kids have gone through, like, I'm not surprised. But like, it's also, I would always be hesitant to believe the school officials and something negative.
Oh, I agree with you on that. Yeah. But
because if I ever have children, they're gonna be a fucking menace to any system I send them to. I'm probably gonna, if I have a kid, it's probably going to Catholic school.
Man, there's been a couple times where mom's like, yeah, Braxton did this in school, and they starting to give him detention or something. I'm like, oh, fuck that, he did okay, he did right, but he,
like, when I like, because I used to fight a lot in school because I was a scrawny little kid that got bullied, and one of the few lessons I got from my evil hippie stepdad that is probably a real lesson was to stand up for yourself.
Of course.
So like I would, and that's why I've always, she's chasing her own tail. That's why I've always fought dirty, because I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You win or you die. That's how I've looked at it.
Fair.
Because I was little and I would get wailed on by multiple kids bigger than me, and I would have like, I'm not gonna make it home.
Mm-hmm.
I would get my ass kicked on the playground and then have to go to the nurse's office, and they'd be like, "Damn, what the fuck happened to you?" But that only happened a few times before I started fighting back.
Alright, that's fair. I mean, I get that.
And I usually just fought people that were being dickheads because I was like, oh, I can beat your ass. You're all talk.
Like I told you before, my main issue was like the people being bullies in school. For one, they were either like they didn't they weren't fortunate enough to have things in life like compared to what the other kids did, you know, because
Yeah.
their families having a fuck ton of
Yeah,
money.
most of the time
And
it's
then,
people lashing out, but a lot of times, so my family, because of my mom, my family always tried to like go to better places than like we were financially,
mhm.
school wise. So I would deal with like people whose like parents were on the school board were being bullies, and I was like, I don't give a fuck who your mom is. I
Exactly.
don't. Your dad's a lawyer. I don't care. I'm a child.
Well, my biggest issue was like what I just told you, and then the kids that were special education students getting bullied. You know, because they,
That was one thing that once I got out of like inner dating schools, I didn't see that very often.
I mean, they did. They treated those kids terrible, and I couldn't stand it. I know that we joke around and we'll use words like retarded, stuff like that, and
Yeah,
but we
but
don't do it in a sense of like being a bully to people that have special needs.
yeah,
And
no. Never in my life have I been mean to an actual retarded person.
yeah,
The
same.
closest thing is a kid in a wheelchair, but he wasn't retarded. He thought a wheelchair would save him from reprimand if he was a dickhead to everybody.
You know,
Fun fact, it doesn't. Stephen Hawking. Um,
Timmy.
yeah, dude. I fucking got his ass too. He would just make girls cry because he would like he thought it was funny to like get girls to like not go out with him or go out on a date with him like out of pity, and then he would just like trash them in school and like just make fun of them, which just destroys girls' self-esteem.
Oh, of course.
So I was just like, I mean, dude, come on, you're in a wheelchair. Why do you even try?
I bet the conversations for that when you talk to the girls that dealt with it were very one-sided enough to where that you could at least, you know, make a good point out of it.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, all you have to do is just attack him personally, and then if he's just like, "What are you gonna do? Hit me?" Then you hit him because he's in a wheelchair. You don't care that he's in a wheelchair. All the old men in anime are the toughest fighters. If you old, if you crippled, if you trying to act like you fight, I swing. These hands rated E for everybody, and now I'm getting close to 30. I don't swing. I quick draw.
It's what
I got hollow points,
I
motherfucker, because I have a
I
family.
remember using that example with I can't remember who it was, and I'm like, I'm too fucking old to deal with your shit. Like, I spent good money on this piece. I'm gonna use it if need be. So,
Yeah, that's
like,
I explained that to somebody who I think it was one of Kara's brother's friends who was just like, well, people just don't need guns, and I was like,
oh
have
god,
you ever been in a fist fight? No, I don't think violence resolves it. All right, well, I mean, if someone's trying, it fucking hurts, and I'm getting too old to just get punched in the jaw or in the nose, and I don't want to deal with that, and I really don't want to end up dead because I get knocked out and my head hits the concrete funny.
yep.
So I don't care what they
Or do you
have.
get like my?
I just saw a video today of a chick getting hit with a bat, an aluminum bat,
I've seen that.
in the jaw, and it makes a ringing noise like
Yeah.
she just hit a home run.
I know.
And the chick just goes and keeps trying to fight. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm shooting. I don't care what you have. I'm gonna just.
I seen some dude get knocked
I'll
out.
be Yosemite Sam.
I seen this dude get knocked out the other day. Now, granted, he deserved it. Because obviously you could tell he was just trying to initiate this whole fucking fight from the start.
I've known since I was very young that if you hit people as hard as you can, it's very bad.
Well, then, like, he got hit so fucking hard that he collapsed and his fucking head bounced off the curb
Yep.
on the road.
I know what
and
you're
I was
talking
like,
about.
oh shit, dude. Like, I ain't
Yeah.
seen somebody hit the ground that hard in a long time.
No, I mean, it's like when you see videos of like teenagers jumping another teenager and they're like hitting him as hard as you can. It's like, oh, you're retarded.
Mm-hmm.
You're ending essentially both of your lives.
Yep.
Because if he lives, I mean, he's fucked for a long time, and if he dies, you're fucked.
Yep.
It's one of those things. I mean, it's just people that don't know how to like fight and then they try to fight. It's the problem is that like they're not gonna cause damage. The problem is that like if they do hit you, they're gonna cause a lot of damage because they don't know what they're doing, and they're gonna try to cause as much damage as possible. And
Yeah,
I'm not dealing with
there's
that.
no self-control in it. Yeah, or you get a situation like myself. It's like I've told people before, like I'm not gonna try to fight you. I got that fucking heart aneurysm. You think I'm gonna fucking take a chance of that blowing up? Hell no.
Well,
And
I'd rather talk to the cops with a lawyer present
yeah,
than try to call my wife while I bleed out on the concrete.
good. Yeah, good point. All right. Well, I think
You want to cut it short?
Yeah,
it's a good one. You're
get a good
tired.
one.
She's
Yeah,
being
I'm
she's
wore
being
out,
a
man.
dickhead. I gotta feed them.
We'll do a
actually.
second episode this Sunday.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
All right. Peace, guys.
Goodbye.